My first visit to the Real Life House for Women was in April, after Sarah had asked some women from Spring Run to go visit them. Earlier that day, a lady had overdosed and passed away. She had left the house 3 days earlier after a drug relapse. This visit was very memorable. The women at the house were in a state of shock. They were grieving, and they were scared that this might happen to them. In spite of their progress in fighting their addictions, they're still very vulnerable and fragile. And even though I was a stranger to them, I was impressed at how friendly they were to me and how openly they shared about the impact of their friend's death. One lady expressed her anger at God for letting it happen, and her guilt. She didn't answer her friend's phone call that day. And she didn't answer it because she was mad that her friend was using again. And now, during this visit, she believed if she had just answered the phone call, she could have saved her. So we listened a lot and discussed God's word of hope, of love, of forgiveness, and we prayed with them. They repeatedly thanked us, hugged us. They were so grateful that we cared to come out and see how they were doing. So 7 weeks later, the same woman is resolving her guilt. She's beginning to accept that she cannot control the choices other people make. Only God is in control. And she has grown so much at this time that she's being considered for a small leadership position. Her story, to me, is a real example of how hearts and lives are being changed by the Real Life program, God's Word, and our prayers for them.